going on, YouTube? What you doing, huh? You getting some money? Yeah. Better be getting some money. I'd hope you get some money. Yeah, you better be getting some money. If you didn't know, it's Block Life Vlogs, aka The Trucking Block, back with another video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up and notification bell. Does not cost you a thing. Interact with me. Comment down below. I interact back. And if you don't like my videos, hit the dislike. YouTube analytics, right? So, I'm in Aurora, Colorado right now at a pilot. I just got done filling up and fixing my trailer brakes. Ronald, hand me that multi-knife. Not trailer brakes, I'm sorry. Trailer lights. I can't fix no brakes like that out here. I had the right tools. Hands me the wrong knife. Kids. Anyway, good example. Get you a multi-tool. Or tools, period. I have tools under my sleeper in the storage. But get you some tools. If your trailer lights are out, all you have to do is take a knife, go in between the prongs, there should be a slit in them, and kind of wedge them out to where they separate a little bit. Then put your pigtail back in and they should work. The trailer I'm using right now, all the lights were out on it. No lights were working when I did my pre-trip earlier, and I noticed it. So when I got to this gas station, I said, I'll mess with it then, because it usually 9 times out of 10 is just the prongs are, smushed in and they're not even touching the metal on the inside of the pigtail. So that's what I did, and trailer lights are working now. But anyway, I got to travel all the way back to Kansas City, Kansas. Drop this off at the terminal at a drop lot. And yeah, I'll explain in just a second what I'm doing in Colorado and why I'm going to a drop lot. Target account. We'll talk about it in a minute. Well, it's a whole new day. I'm in my personal vehicle right now at a Taco Bell. About to head out of town to Omaha. My truck is parked at the street at a Target. Drivers, if you have nowhere to park your truck in your city because of ordinances or whatever, like I have a city ordinance where I'm not allowed to park my semi in my driveway, but Sam's Club used to allow me to drop my trailer off in their parking lot, and then eventually I had to move my tractor over there too because of city ordinance. If you don't have anywhere to drive, just go to your local Target, Kohl's, Walmart. Some Walmart's abandoned trucks now. Speak to management and get it in writing whether or not you can park your truck there. Make sure you get it in writing. Make sure it's signed and dated. That way, if something happens to your truck, it gets towed away, whatever, or they ban you, or they want to talk slick to you, you have paperwork showing that you're allowed to park there. But I'm gonna get back with y'all in a second. I'm gonna park my car at home and walk over to that Target, start my rig up, do my pre-trip, and get on down the road to UPS here in KCK, and then shoot on over to Omaha, Nebraska, then over to a small town in Missouri, and then back to Lawrence, Kansas to drop off a loaded trailer and come on home for another 34. 2 34s within 3 days. All right, man, I'll holler at you in a second. All right, I got my load, about to head on to Omaha, Nebraska. Gonna shoot on up here, man, to get this load here on time. It's expedited freight. You can't be late. Then I'm gonna shoot back down to Missouri. But yeah, late night getting it, man. Now I'm running overnights. Usually run during the day, but now I'm running at night. Change of pace, but it'll do. It'll be all right. I got my Gold Peak tea with cane sugar. Try it out, man. It's good. Not sponsored or nothing. It's just some good tea, man. I love me some tea. Got my cigar ready. About to hit this road, man. I'm gonna get up out this pilot. I already got my diesel on death. I got enough for the night. See? Got enough. Working with an 8.3 on my MPGs. Yeah, man, about to get it. Late night hustling. Here we go. Alright, so I made it to the drop here in Omaha, Nebraska. Basically, look like a a drop yard that I'm dropping it in. See behind me, I got my trailer behind me here. I'm about to drop it. This place is kind of hard to get to if you're not paying attention to your map. I had to put my hazards on and pull over before I went down the road to make sure it was safe to come down the road. But I've already got the pigtail and hoses loose on it. About to drop the trailer, take a picture of my paperwork, get up out of here, grab me an empty, and go on to the next one. And just like that, I got my load from St. Joseph, Missouri. Purina. It's going to Target DC out of Lawrence. They call it the Mixing Center. Out here in St. Joe next to the water tower. So it's time to head all the way back to Lawrence now. I got my bill signed, returned one copy back to the drop box here. I'm gonna head on out to Lawrence. See you when I get there. Hopefully by that time the sun is out. I'm not recording in the dark no more. Although it's a nice bright moon out. So let's go ahead and get this money, man. Get back to it. Get it. Well, dropped off that load in Lawrence. Grabbed it empty. Now I'm parked down the street at a Target from my house. About to do a pre-trip, shut this truck down, walk home, and get some rest. Now after I get that rest, I want to explain what happened with the Target account and why I left. Talk to you in a minute. Over here doing some construction to this Love's I'm parked at right now. Yep, I'm Bobtail. Just dropped off an empty trailer to Smucker's around the corner here in Topeka. They were supposed to have a load ready for me 11 a.m. this morning, but the load is not ready. The young lady in the shipping receiving office told me that it won't be ready till maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. So there's nothing more she could do for me there. So I just got in my truck and I sat in the parking lot for half an hour. This is after I notified RTI. I left a voicemail on my DM's dispatch. I said DM's dispatch. DM's voicemail. And left a message on my Geo tab as well, letting them know that the load won't be ready till tomorrow. Obviously indicating I need another load because I'm not waiting till tomorrow. As you can see, it's a whole nother day. It's been a few whole other days. I went home and did another 34 like I said previously. Spent some time with my family and was able to straighten out a pool situation. If you guys have ever gotten an above ground pool, please comment below and tell me how did you set it up. Because I made the mistake of just setting it up, putting water in it, and the land I put it on was uneven. Not bumpy, but like inclined. And it just didn't work the first couple times. So I ended up moving it to the corner of the yard where it was more flat. And then I did some research and found out you actually got to level it. You got to do some work to get that thing level. So I went and bought some shovels and leveled it out, man. A lot of hard work. Sun blazing too. And when I did it, it was almost 100 degrees outside, but I got it done. As you can tell, I got a nice tan along with it. But the reward was watching my kids play in that pool without it looking like it's lopsided. And my nieces came over too. They came over and played with the kids a little bit. And I was able to jump in the pool and enjoy some time with the kids. My wife was out there as well. But anyway, let's get into why I am where I am right now, where I went to where I went in the previous clips. I'm done with Target. I left it. It wasn't for me. What ended up happening is I sat around too much. You know, I damn near sat for like 3 days straight. And you can't do that when you lease purchase. And understand they get slow periods where, a lot of loads don't go out or whatever, and they might have a load that goes 140 miles, 120 miles. That's cool for guys that it works for, but that does not work for me. Okay, I got mouths to feed, I have bills to pay. I have priorities in order to take care of before myself. So I cannot just take 150 miles and say that'll do. So what ended up happening is I went to my DM again, my old DM, and I said, hey, Target's not working out. Can I come back? And she said, of course. And then I contacted the fleet manager over there at Target, told him what I want to do. I said, look, I'm going to be a man about it. I can't continue to do this. And he asked why. I told him the reason why. I said, look, I've been sitting too much. He's like, well, it gets slow like this sometimes. I got you a load for tomorrow. 2 loads for tomorrow, and that's about 300 something miles. I'm like, that's not enough. I jumped onto this Target account thinking I would at least get 500 miles a day, at least. That's what I used to run when I was with JB Hunt doing a dedicated, so I figured I would at least get that with Target. It's not the case. It's not always going to happen. You're going to have slow periods. So I chose to step away from it, and now I'm back regional. And a couple things I want to say about the Target account. It's a good account to get you home more often, true. But you better have other sources of income, because you're gonna have days where you're not driving at all. You better have a good backup plan. Furthermore, it wasn't just that too, it was the drive I was taking in my personal vehicle. I was literally driving an hour and a half to work in my personal vehicle just to get back to the truck to be home for the 10 hours or whatever. Now, if you live close to the DC, 5, 10, 15 minutes away, I get it. It's not too bad for you to drive, maybe even 30 minutes away to drive that far away. But when you're an hour and a half away from the DC and you're trying to get home every day, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And all of that, I was thinking to myself, like, I'm getting less miles to be home the same amount of time, basically, because if I sacrifice to say, well, let me not use my personal vehicle to go back and forth to work, I'm just gonna stay out. It's the same thing as regional, except I'm gonna have less hours. And there's another catch to it. So here's the second part of that. It's double drop and hook most stores. Now, what I didn't know is I've never done the Target account like that, so I had no idea. I thought what they meant by double drop and hook was you are dropping an empty at the DC, picking up a loaded, then dropping that loaded at the Target store and picking up an empty. You might do that multiple times a day. So I was figuring that's what they were talking about. No, they want you to come to the DC with an empty. If you're not already bobtail parked in the lot, pick up a loaded, take it to the store, drop it, unhook from it, pick up the trailer that's in the door already, hook up to it and everything, drop it, disconnect from it, hook back up to the one that you brought all the way out there to the store, hook up to it, put it in the door, drop it, unhook from it, then go back and hook up to the trailer that you just pulled from the door prior to that. That's what they want you to do. And after I like that was it. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. I said, I can't do this. I'm not getting enough miles. I got days I'm just sitting around not working. I'm driving an hour and a half to this DC and it's double drop and hook. It just ain't worth it for me personally. Now, I will not discourage anybody else to try it out. It is a good dedicated run for a driver that stays closer. If I stayed closer and I got more miles, it might work for you. You might not need as many miles I need. If I stayed closer and I got more miles, I probably would have stayed. You know, if I got 500 better miles, no downtime, and I stayed closer, I would have stayed. But it was time to move on. I'm not gonna string nobody along and fake it till I make it. It wasn't for me, so I left. Now I'm back regional. Currently waiting on a load right now. I just got a message from my DM telling me that she's checking for another load now, which I believe her. I've been with Morgan for a few months now, and Morgan is always on the ball. So Morgan, you ever come across this video, just know some days if I have a certain tone about myself or something, it's not an issue. You're doing your job just fine. I appreciate what you do, and I know you try the best for your drivers, right? Because we are, you know, what have you in your position, and I think you get it. A lot of DMs and fleet managers of that sort don't get it. They try to treat their drivers like slaves. My DM does not, you know. But yeah, that's why I left. It took a whole weekend for me to give you guys this information, but now you have it. Again, if you have any questions about anything that deals with trucking, hit my comments, man. And I mean it when I say I interact back. Ask any of the subs, or not even so much ask, read the comments. I comment back. I give something back every time. I got a couple I got to comment back to today. And if I don't respond immediately, just understand that I have a family at home. I have a very busy lifestyle. Yeah, it's a trucking block, man. AKA Block Life Vlogs. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up, notification bell. Does not cost you a thing. Comment down below. Interact with me. I interact back. If you don't like my videos, hit the dislike. YouTube analytics, right? Peace.